Hi, I'm Rebecca with TruPlace, and I'm here with Daniel. Daniel, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Daniel Sgaggero. I've been managing and maintaining TaylorMade's hot tub department, pool department for roughly 12 years now. I think I have roughly 15 years of experience in the industry altogether right now, though.
That's a long time. Why did you get into the industry?
Well, that's an easier said question, but more or less at the beginning, I was very young, and it was just a job. It very quickly turned into a career for me. I really enjoy it. It's a self-sustaining job out there doing your own thing. I'm now managing what 12 people underneath me. Basically turned it into a career, but just interests me altogether.
So, what are you looking forward to the most as we come up against these summer months?
Summer's always a challenge. Every guest is a different experience. They they all have their own challenges. They all keep us busy. We're all out there trying to do the same thing, just trying to keep everybody safe and make sure tubs are ready to go and make sure every guest has the best experience possible.
Okay, well, the burning question here is we've got COVID-19 on everyone's mind still. So, what new protocols are in place, or what kind of precautions are in place when it comes to folks' health and cleaning and things like that?
We changed several things. It's a more attention to the details. Everything has to be sanitized. So all the high touch places. So when we walk up, a lot of places have locks or some type of strap system for a safety precaution. That has to be sanitized. Even though it's not in the tub, it's got to be sanitized. It's high touch place. Doorknobs getting out to our stuff, handles, basically everything that's a high touch area. Under the water, you're sanitized all the time, every time. That if you're maintaining properly, it's sanitized all the time. It's the high touch places outside the water that you really got to focus on.
That's great. And I understand you would put together some content to help educate folks about this as well. Can you tell us about that?
There's been several videos early on when TaylorMade first started into this COVID adventure. Like the rest of us, we had to really do a lot of research and try to figure out where and what the new protocol was going to be. We did find out that, like the CDC and all these other guidelines, it doesn't transfer through water or anything like it does in the air. So, if you and your family still want to relax and stay healthy in a hot tub, you can do it. It's nothing gonna bother you as long as you're sanitizing and doing everything you're supposed to. You're good to go.
So how has that impacted things overall? Or is it taking longer? Do you have to over communicate now with your clients as you go from home to home?
It's kind of a house to house thing. I mean, some people, it's just like everybody talks about. Some people are very fearful of this still. Some people have reasons to be fearful, and some don't. And when that's being said, every house you walk up to, it might be somebody. There's, masks. We're still wearing all of our masks. We're social distancing. Um, when it comes down to every guest could be a little different, so you just got to take each guest and work with them as you go.
So I know a lot has changed over the last year, but also over the last kind of 5 years. How have you seen things evolve in your industry in terms of how you work with your customers, how you grow your business? Are you working more with relying on things like apps right now on your iPhone than you did before? What has changed the most for you?
The most is definitely technology. We're heavy. We try to stay ahead of the game into technology-based things. We're constantly switching programs. We're trying to move forward, be ahead of the game, try to be innovative in everything that we do. And all of my apps like that I use, we clock in and out mobily. Where we don't have to be in and out of our office, trying to minimize that because of COVID stuff. All of our scheduling and everything is done on an app through your mobile. So, all of my staff, I can get them ready. We can communicate through the apps. We have several apps that we're even communicating with owners of properties and stuff now. If a staff member is off, the whole entire department can look and see that, if that something needs attention. Guests can, get a hold of us through our apps and emails and stuff, that type of stuff, obviously. And then for my stuff, it's just a matter of staying on top of everything new coming out. They're constantly turning and moving and bobbing and weaving to try to stay ahead of the game, make things more efficient, make things easier to get. But, with COVID, everything's hard now. Covers are hard to get, pumps are hard to get. It's just part of what we're dealing with, and it's not just me, it's everyone.
So if you could have kind of a blanket ask or request or recommendation to property managers who are working with companies like yours, what would you ask of them right now or advise?
Ask other companies.
Ask your clients, just kind of everybody have a little bit of patience or
That's gonna say it's definitely a patience thing. Not for hot tub stuff right now, and I'm sure anybody who's watching this does hot tubs. It's definitely a patience thing. We're 6 months lead time on a lot of things right now. We have parts that are just non-existent. Manufacturing is just slow. It's really a big patience thing. We need a little bit of time. Cover companies are up to 6 months behind, and that's a hard ask to ask for somebody who's waiting on something, or their cover's heavy, or it's not performing the way they want, or a tub's actually not working, or it's a hard ask to tell somebody that they're going to be sitting there 6 months. That's just something that's never existed in the world. I mean, we have Amazon 2-day shipping, and now I'm telling you got to wait 6 months. So it's different.
it is, but I think the camaraderie of us all being in the same boat right now should help a little bit, maybe.
It does. When you're dealing with some manufacturers and stuff, they definitely understand. When you're dealing with some guests still, it's a not an understanding thing. And that's really where the patience, and we are doing the best that we possibly can. And I'm sure everybody in our industry understands what I'm saying, but outside of that, it's not always the easiest thing. So
Gotcha. That makes total sense.
right.
So do you have any advice for any future managers entering the field?
It is definitely, if you're just gonna manage, it's just a matter of staying on top of things and stuff like that. If you kind of do the multi-role like me, I'm also our head repair guy. Get yourself a little bit of training, and you really got to be self-motivated. Every management job is a self-motivated thing, but with this one, if you're going to repair and you're going to multitask and take care of 12 people at the same time while trying to do your daily job that they're expecting, it's just stay on it, stay at it. Don't let things frustrate you, because it definitely can, troubleshooting and stuff, and just keep moving forward.
Well, that's great. And I'm sure the community appreciates your input and support. I think this kind of conversation and having these kinds of relationships is really what is going to get us through.
Right.
So
Yeah.
thank you so much for your time and your insight, and good luck this summer with everything.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.